Are you a digital exile? Building your own territory when big tech locks the gates. Chapter 1. The eviction notice. It happens in an instant. A flicker of a screen and a dead-end notification. You wake up, reach for your phone, and the digital landscape you spent years cultivating is gone. You aren't just logged out. You are erased. For years, you poured your creativity, your time, and your soul into building an audience on someone else's property, believing in the illusion of a partnership. Now, you realize the painful, cold truth. You were never a citizen of that platform. You were a tenant. In the world of digital feudalism, your content is merely fuel for their algorithms, and the landlord can change the locks whenever the automated system flags your account. There is no human to talk to, no appeals process that works, and no transparency. This chapter is about acknowledging that sharp, biting sting of betrayal and realizing that your audience does not truly belong to you until you take the steps to own the ground they stand on. Chapter 2. The fallacy of the free platform. We have been sold a dangerous lie that the biggest social media platforms are the best places to build a legacy because they are free. But in the digital age, if you are not paying, you are not the customer. You are the product being sold. You are paying for those services with your data, your autonomy, and your ability to control your own destiny. This rent-seeking economy thrives entirely on your dependence. The more you rely on them, the more leverage they have to silence you, bury your content, or change their policies to prioritize their profits over your growth. To become a digital exile, you must first shatter the illusion that free is synonymous with valuable. It is time to stop renting space in a house that does not want you and start building a foundation on land you control. Chapter 3. At 72, I refuse to bow. People frequently ask me, Neil, why don't you just retire? Why struggle with server logs, PHP configurations, and code at 72? The answer is simple. Retirement is a societal construct that assumes your productive life has an expiration date, and I refuse to accept that premise. While others in my age group were encouraged to fade into obscurity, I chose to lean into the complexity of the digital world. When the software giants attempted to downgrade my lifetime access, I didn't just walk away. I fought back. This refusal to rest became the fuel for my greatest projects. I found that learning new tools, whether it is Jinx, SQL databases, or AI, isn't just a hobby. It is a declaration of vitality. Your age is not a limitation on your ability to innovate. It is the foundation of your persistence and the source of your resilience. Chapter 4. Defining your digital sovereignty. Sovereignty is the only antidote to the constant threat of exile. To be a digital sovereign is to stop being a passive user and start being an architect of your own online environment. It means owning your domain, keeping a local copy of your data, and ensuring that no faceless corporation can flip a switch and end your work. You do not need to be a Silicon Valley titan to achieve this level of independence. You simply need to realize that every digital asset you create, your videos, your music, your written word, deserves a home that you control completely, rather than a platform that acts as a gatekeeper. This shift in mindset is the first step toward true freedom. Chapter 5. The Infrastructure Foundation. A non-technical guide. Let's demystify the scary technical side of the web. You do not need a massive team of engineers or a computer science degree to own your corner of the internet. Think of it like building a house. You simply need land, which is your domain name, and a sturdy foundation, which is your own server hosting. I have navigated the complexities of server optimization, PHP, FPM, and database management, and I can tell you that the barriers are lower than the industry wants you to believe. This chapter breaks down the essentials of how to secure your hosting, manage your own backend, and why taking control of your technical infrastructure is the most liberating move you can make for your digital career. Chapter 6. Building your own sanctuary. I didn't just write about independence. I built it with my own hands. Whether it is my platforms like TikTok Beans or my radio projects, the principle remains constant. Create a space that is resilient. I built these platforms to provide a haven for creators who are tired of being silenced by the big tech algorithm. This chapter outlines the practical steps I took to create my own digital infrastructure and how you can apply those exact principles to build your own sanctuary. You are creating a space where your content is safe, permanent, and entirely under your command, immune to the interference of corporate gatekeepers. Chapter 7. The Exile Community Strategy. A platform is nothing without the people who engage with it. The Exile strategy is not about isolating yourself. It is about gathering a loyal community of individuals who value quality over the arbitrary whims of an algorithm. When you build your own site, you aren't fighting for a viral reach that lasts for an hour. You are building deep, meaningful connections with the people who followed you from the ruins of the big platforms. This chapter explains how to nurture that community and turn those who feel left behind into the committed, loyal core of your new, sovereign audience. Chapter 8. Fighting Back. Lessons from the front lines. When I took my dispute with the software industry to the UK Competition and Markets Authority, I learned that corporate giants rely on you being too exhausted to fight. They count on your silence, hoping you will just move on. By filing reports and demanding accountability, I learned that you have significantly more power than you think. You do not have to accept unfair, changing terms, or retroactive alterations to your rights. This chapter shares the hard lessons from my legal and commercial battles, proving that even a single individual can challenge the status quo if they are persistent, organized, and refuse to be intimidated by corporate bullying. Chapter 9. The Content Rebellion. The era of viral bait is quickly coming to an end. Algorithms force creators to produce shallow, disposable, and sensationalist content just to stay relevant for 5 fleeting seconds. When you are a digital exile, you are finally free to create for the long term. You can focus on depth, authenticity, and real value, knowing that your audience is there for you, not for a trending topic. This chapter offers specific strategies for creating work that stands the test of time, ensuring that your audience stays engaged because they genuinely value your unique perspective. Chapter 10. The New Frontier. We are at a significant turning point. The future of the internet will not be dictated by a few massive, walled garden corporations, but by individuals who choose to reclaim their independence and build their own paths. This project is more than a simple hobby. It is a necessary movement for the survival of human creativity online. By building our own spaces, we are ensuring that the digital landscape remains open, innovative, and human. At 72, I am just getting started with this work. If you are reading this, you are part of the new frontier, and it is finally time to stop playing by their rules and start building the future you want to see.